Hello, my fellow crafters. I would like to chat about recent purchases. I haven't come on here to talk about like things that I got for my birthday. I got very lucky and got knitting related things for my birthday, so I'm very happy about that. But I want to talk about things that I've purchased, things that I've got, and I also want to talk about gift knits and what's going on this year with me personally and my thoughts around that, so on and so forth, when it comes to both knitting and crochet. I've got a couple whips, a finished-ish object, and a couple things that I want to show you guys. Let's start off with what I'm wearing. This is the Fouette cardigan. I will link the pattern below. I am obsessed. This cardigan is everything. I used Noro Madara, and I'm not gonna lie, kind of over Noro. Don't love knitting with sticks. So I also don't love paying a lot of money to knit with sticks. So that's on that, but the yarn is beautiful. So that's a plus. The pattern is everything. I wear this thing all the time, especially now that it's cold out, so yay for that. It is an all-over cable knit. We've got cables on the arms, the front, the back. The shaping is gorgeous. My most recent video that I will probably edit today and put up, girl, that was 3 months in the making. Why? Why was it 3 months in the making? No need for that. Let's start with purchases. I want to start with this. It did not arrive in this. I also would like to know what is at the bottom of this, because this is definitely just yarn. So let's figure it out together. I received We Are Knitters, the wool. Now, did I mistakenly ask for yarn that is overpriced and technically roving yarn? Yes, I did. I sure did. So there's that. If you guys have ever purchased We Are Knitters yarn, you might be wondering why the heck it is skeined up. I am going to take a little stab. Gonna dabble into dyeing yarn because I hate this color. I did ask for this. And I gave my family like 2 different color options, and it was dusty pink or sand. Sand does not look good on me. And I'm also just over beige, so I'm gonna dye it. I'm going to dye it ideally like a sage color. There's a lot of this yarn. Ideally a sage color, but it might just turn out like emerald, so that's what this is. I'm excited to have it. The pattern for it is, not gonna lie, I don't remember. It's just a chunky cardigan pattern. It is paneled, and I've never knit a paneled cardigan because, listen, in this day and age, there's no need for that. Like, we can knit top down. We can knit back and forth without needing to do all the seaming, but it's neither here nor there. I found a couple of other patterns that were close-ish. I also no idea what the pattern is called. I'll link the kit below because I'm like 99% sure you can't get that pattern without the kit, which, why the heck not? Why not? That being said, there are plenty of similar cardigans on Etsy from small businesses that you should be supporting over We Are Knitters. Anyway, so there's that. I would like to know, like, what is the actual tea with We Are Knitters? Is all of their yarn kind of shit? Or is it just the wool that is like, it is fully just roving yarn. Wish me luck on dyeing it. I did buy a, like, thing of Jacquard Emerald acid dye. Guys, I don't have a steam pan, I don't have white vinegar, I don't have any of the things that I need to actually do the dyeing, so that'll happen at some point. I'm hoping in December. What else is in here? Oh, okay, cute. My local yarn shop did a like craft night at the Alamo Draft House, which is a fun theater here, and we got a bunch of like cute little goodies. It came with notions, came with M&Ms. Glad I looked in this bag. I love M&Ms. I think that's what those are. I love chocolate. I love candy. I don't know what is in here. More chocolate and chapstick with my favorite local yarn shop, the Tangled Ball. Love, and more chocolate. And a couple of stitch markers. That's very cute. I also have these buttons down here. I was going to use these for this cardigan that I'm wearing, but I really like the ones that I ended up going for. I do want to use these for something or other. I think they're very cute. Speaking of buttons, I went to another local yarn shop. It is called Fingerplay Studio over in Lafayette or Louisville, Colorado. I don't know why those two cities, they're close to each other, but they're the same in my head. They're not, they're completely different. But I went to Fingerplay Studio and I got some incredible buttons, y'all. I love cute buttons. I got these. I think this is so cute. Based off of, I think they're made of clay. Look at how cute. I love them. These are gorgeous. This is by Incomparable Buttons. Looks like they do have a website, giving employment to women in South Africa. That's cool. So I'll put their website down below. This is so freaking cute. I also got, I hope you guys can see them in this like hollow packaging. This is by Ikigai Fiber. They're little embroidered buttons. That's so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. I love. A while ago, probably a year or two ago, I bought like a whole bunch of wooden buttons off of Etsy. So I've just been like going through that and I do love them. I love a good wooden button, but I'm very excited to use more colorful buttons in my future cardigans. This is gonna be fun. I think this is like a pop of color or even an already colorful cardigan would be so jolly. This on my, I don't know. I don't have a plan. Honestly, don't have a plan yet, but I do have yarn. Okay. I do have yarn to unbox because I will be making a cardigan in January and I'm hoping that this is going to be usable. They are quite small, so I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm happy to have them regardless, but that is that. And then while I have this out, I got myself a little advent calendar. And you might be asking yourself, why is the first one open? Great question. Guys, I don't normally do advent calendars. I didn't realize that 12 days was 12 days leading up to Christmas. I thought like, oh, December 1st to the 12th. Because I don't know, that's what I thought. And I think that's probably what I'm gonna go for. Because I don't know if I can wait that long. I also don't really care about Christmas. So I might just start opening these in December 1st. Now you might be saying, Irma, it's not December 1st, or it might be when this comes up already, but it's the 30th. And I bought this yesterday. I opened the first one and let me tell you why. This was $46 for 12 days of notions. And I was like, that's not cheap. And what if they're shit? So I opened it to confirm they are not. They're actually like really nice. I don't know if you guys are able to see that, but that is a like super cute bee stitch marker. I love it. So this is from, I believe, another small business. I did buy this at the Tangled Ball. It's by Firefly Notes over in Richmond, BC. So that's exciting. Cool. Love that. I'm very excited. I opened one, but I am not using it yet. So TBD on whether or not this will be 12 days leading up to Christmas or if this will be 12 days in December, starting December 1st. Probably that, because that sounds more fun. Honestly, I'm just proud of myself for not having already fully opened every single one. I've only had an advent calendar like once before, and I opened all 25 boxes like the day that I got it in November. So honestly, props to me. I'm doing great so far, and this thing is adorable. Anything that I show that I can link, I will, or at least the like small business websites. I'm trying not to buy yarn unless I need it for a project that I'm working on, and you know, I will go through my stash first and peek and see if I've got anything crazy happening there. My stash, I'm very happy to report, not too bad. It's not in horrible condition. And everything is very organized. I've got a couple things that I want to dye. There's that yarn, and then there's also like a white superwash yarn that my grandma bought for a vest that I made for my mom. So I just have a bunch of that yarn, and I cannot stand white. Because like I said, I need color. I really do. I've got a gray cardigan, I've got a beige cardigan, so I'm all set on my neutrals. And now we're going all in on colors. But I received this. I got this 2 days ago. Are you so beyond proud of me that I have not opened it yet because I've been waiting to open it on camera? I will be teaching a class. I'll actually be teaching 2 classes in the new year. I'm going to be teaching the Lakes cardigan. It's a saddle shoulder, gorgeous, beautiful cardigan by Ozetta. I'll be teaching that at my local yarn shop in January. And then I also will be teaching the Oslo hat. I'm hoping in February. That one's not fully set in stone, and I do have yarn because it's for a beanie. So I have got yarn for that, but I did not have yarn for the Lakes cardigan. I knew I wanted to use Malabrigo yarn. I freaking love Malabrigo yarn. And from them, I believe I've only used Ultimate Sock, and I really love the Ultimate Sock yarn. But my local yarn shops, plural, do not carry Malabrigo worsted. So I bought it, and I knew I wanted it in pink. So let's freaking open it. Let's open it. Ah, I'm so excited. Guys. Oh my God. Stop. Stop. Okay, buying your, oh my God, it's so soft. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm obsessed. Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm so happy right now. All right, if you are new here or you do not know me at all, pink is my favorite color.
Love pink.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I am obsessed and in love, and we'll have so much freaking fun making this beautiful cardigan. Yes. And I think it's a perfect, like not too vivid of a color, still light enough where when I'm teaching people, the stitches will have like incredible definition. Oh, I cannot wait to make this swatch. I gotta tell you guys what is in this. Okay, confirmed that it is not superwash, which is good because I definitely did not want superwash. Y'all, it's just merino wool, but my God, it is so soft. Holy, it is so soft. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So this is Malabrigo worsted in the color Damask Rose. It was between this and a more vivid pink, and if you are not a colors person, you might think I'm crazy, but I feel like this being a more neutral pink, dare I say, is perfect. It would go with literally everything. Pink goes with everything. Pink is my beige, and I love this. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is so soft. Oh, I hope that some of my yarn shops start carrying this because this is delightful. I haven't even knit a swatch, and this is already like my favorite yarn I've ever seen in my entire life. I love it. I love it so much. But do you guys see like what I mean? Because pink and green are my favorite colors. I love green. I love pink. That's it. That's all I was going. But do you see like joy? Not joy. Joy? Not joy. So yes. um oh my gosh. It's so freaking pretty. So I was wanting, I think I might be able to. We'll see depending on the swatch, but I feel like these buttons for this cardigan, have you ever seen anything cuter? Because I haven't, and I'm really freaking excited about it. I have to check them out and see if they ship to America. I am so unbelievably happy right now. I'm so happy. So, okay, that is it with recent purchases. Let me show you guys some whips and then also finished-ish objects. And also, I gotta put the yarn away because this crazy menace is already chewing on it. Let's start with whips. I am currently working on this gorgeous, absolutely beautiful Luma pullover. I am making this for my husband AJ, and he wanted the Luma pullover, and autumnal colors look stunning on him, so I picked these out. I think this is so pretty. I will link the project that used almost identical colors because that is absolutely what inspired me to go for these, because I genuinely never would have come up with it on my own. The yarn that I am using for this is Cascade 220 as the main base and Olive Heather. I really like it. Also, Cascade's just kind of a classic. It's really easy to work with. It's like nothing crazy happens. I know what to do with it and I like it. It's nice and trusty. And then I believe also Cascade 220. I'll link my project. I'm pretty sure I put in like what the heck all the yarns are. This is a Barocco Ultra Wool or Ultimate Wool. Barocco wool, but it is superwash. And the reason for that is I made 3 different swatches. And was I losing my mind while making these swatches? Yes, but not for the specific reason that I normally lose it. So I made this swatch first, and you might be thinking, wow, that looks great. I didn't like this original yellow, which was a Wolpaca that I bought. It's just too, I think it's just too muddy with the green. So I wasn't too happy, but I loved the vividness of the orange. So I made a second swatch and I was like, am I crazy? Why am I not meeting gauge? Yes, I was crazy. Got a new yellow and tested it out on using the right needle sizes. The US versus millimeters was driving me crazy. I feel like we can all just use millimeters, but nevertheless, I got there in the end. I don't think that I necessarily needed to make the gauge swatches just because I made myself a Luma pullover earlier this year and my gauge has not changed. But I mostly want to see the colors together, and I'm really happy that I went with this yellow. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. I know it's not like that stark, but it's different enough for me. So I'm glad that I changed the yellow on that. I'm making good progress, I think. I haven't been working on it that much, if I'm being fully transparent, but I am going to finish the big flower that is here, and I think there's one more row of increases, and then I'm going to have to set this aside and wait for AJ to come home so I can try this on him, because fun lore about this cardigan is it used to be his Moby sweater, which sucked so bad. I made him a Moby sweater in like my first year of knitting, and it truly was, it was really bad. And yeah, I unraveled the entire thing. I don't know necessarily what went wrong with it, aside from probably literally everything. It was my first cable knit. it was just massive on him, and he looked like he was wearing like an old raggedy outfit. And it just was not it. So because I fully unraveled his only like hand knit sweater from me, I'm making him a colorwork one. And I think that he is more of a colorwork sweater guy than a cable guy, which is good. I could see him wearing both, but he just doesn't. So I am making sure to do many try-ons of this sweater to ensure that it fits well. I'm still kind of trying to sort out my colorwork floats. I don't think that they look too bad. When I'm knitting, I'm like, oh, that's so loose, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, nah, that's right. So we'll see on that. The only thing that I'm not too jazzed about is that the yellow is a superwash, and I really prefer my like colorwork yarn to be sticky and not superwash, and like have not necessarily felt together, but do you know what I mean when I'm like, I want it to like melt together in blocking, and I just know that that's not going to happen. I think that this is a really good example where I used a non-superwash here and I used the superwash here, and this just did not, it's just not it, but it's okay. I think it's good enough. I'm pleased with it so far, so happy with that. This is definitely the main project on the needles. I will have to start my Oslo hat, since I'll be teaching that in February. I need to make sure that I have like a sample. I haven't made the Oslo hat, but it's just a stockinette hat. I think that I like teaching beginner classes, period. That's it. So I'm excited for that. I think that'll be a fun class. I've got, shocker, some pink DK in the stash that I will be using. So I'm excited for that. That is it for what's on my needles. I was working on this for so long. And I did finish my socks. So I am trying to do the cuff club this year. I'm not doing real well, guys. I'm really not. I'm like, if something inspires me, I'll do it. Otherwise, I'm not doing them that much. I think I've made 2 so far, so that's not bad. But 2 out of 4 is not like a full year. But I made, this was one of the months, and it was just the like top part motif, but I decided to do an all over lace sock, and I'm so obsessed with how this turned out. This is not yet a finished object because I have not woven in the ends, but I love it. I love it. I think these are like the cutest little socks that I've made. I'm confused about my sock tension because I made these in Magic Loop and using US ones. I usually have to size down, so I don't really know what's happening because these fit perfectly. My tension on anything else or everything else has not changed, so I don't know what's going on there. I will weave in these ends at some point because it's winter and I finished these after the like beautiful fall time was around. I'm not like in a super rush, but I have them. I do have some like sock. I've got so many mini skeins because I'm like, okay, this is justifiable because I'm doing my year in socks or whatever it's called, the cuff club. But I'm not really, so was it justifiable? I don't know, but I love this, love that sock. I think I did a good job. Because it's all over lace, I did have to like wing the gusset decreases, but honestly, I think I did a pretty good job. And I'm pleased with that. Also, it's literally like the bottom of my foot, and it doesn't really matter. But that's that, finished object 1. I also impulsively bought a little amigurumi kit from one of my local yarn shops, and it turned out pretty darn cute. Did I enjoy making it? No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I don't like making these. Fortunately, they're quick to make, and And that's it. I feel like this is such an easy gift to give, but I'd be really sad if like all of my friends wanted one. So there is that. This did come in a kit, also from my local yarn shop, which made it easy. But I learned how to crochet this year, and it doesn't bring me nearly as much joy as knitting. That and crocheting, specifically amigurumis, is not that fun for me personally. The instant like satisfaction that I get from crocheting is nice. I did for Friendsgiving/Thanksgiving this year, I did teach one of my friends how to make a beanie, and I gave it to her because I don't think I would have worn it. But she skis, and she wanted all these crochet beanies for when she skis. So that's nice. I feel like for gifts, gift knitting is insane. I don't know how else to say that. There was one year, either my first or second year, I think I'm in my third year of knitting now, or about to be in my fourth, truly no idea. But in my first or second year, I made lace socks for like everyone in my family. It was like 4 lace socks, and for my grandma I made like over the knee lace socks, and my mom wanted like right below the knee. So I made like, that was a lot of work, and looking back now I'm like, that was insane. Truly and genuinely, that was insane. And when not everybody wears gift knits, it's kind of like, well, I'm glad you wanted it and I'm glad you liked it, but do you wear it? And the answer is usually no. My brother is good about wearing his gift knit socks. He does only have like the simplest like ribbed socks. I'll change up the ribbing 2x2, 3x1, blah blah blah. But he does wear them, so that's really nice. I just feel like knitting takes so much time, and then on the flip side, crochet takes also effort and time. Definitely less time, but then more yarn. So it's kind of like, where is that balance? And are we making gifts for everyone? And are we getting joy from it? Because I feel like this was not super fun, but knowing that my friend was going to like adore and cherish this for life, then that kind of brings me joy too. And you might be asking, how do you know that she will adore and cherish it? I made her, I'll put up a picture if I have it. I made her one of the like knit frogs, which by the way, take a minute. They take a minute to make. I made her a little knit frog with a little outfit, and there's literally a throne. He has his own throne in her apartment. And I'm like, okay, 100% worthy. That's amazing. So I feel like in this season of like the pressure of gift knitting or gift crocheting or using all of your like artistic skills for gifting, just make sure that you're like taking care of your brain and that you're doing it because you want to and not because you feel obligated to. So yeah, because I've been watching, obviously around this time of year, there are a bunch of videos on like quick gift knits or quick like gift things that you can crochet. And I watch them with the intent of things that I can make myself quickly, and I love that. So I think a good way to balance like this being a gift knit is that I know that I'll be casting on the Oslo hat, and not having a specific deadline for anything is nice. But having something on the needles that's for myself and then having something that's for somebody else, I'm totally okay with. But I also didn't show you guys these socks. They're kind of raggedy because I've like been wearing them since I made them, but I think they turned out pretty cute. They are really loose, so I'm not sure what happened because I'm using the same exact pattern. But you can tell the size difference is uncanny. Now this is lace, but still, I don't mind them. I wear them all the time, so that's good. The foot itself is still plenty comfy. But I think this holiday season, I just want to make sure that I'm not like overextending myself and making promises to people that I can't keep, because I think that's definitely one of the things that I do where I'll be like, I can do that for you. Or if somebody sends me something that's knit or crochet, I'm like, I got you, I can make it. And I need to get out of that habit because here's the thing, I'm tired. So I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't really want to. So that's that. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I would love to know what is on your needles. Are you gift knitting this year? What are your thoughts on gift knitting? I say gift knitting, I mean crocheting, embroidery, any type of fiber art. Like, what are you doing? What is your plan for this year, and how do you feel about it? Hopefully positive. But either way, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys next time.